Hi guys, welcome back. My bun's a little bit crazy today. But are you excited to get this trial going? Yeah. Okay. So where we left off last time, we basically just learned the controls on how to access our court record. And also we're accused of murdering a professor, a British professor, visiting Japan, the Yume University. And our best friend is like helping us, prove our innocence. And this guy, his name's Aochi. Taketsuchi? Suchi? Ouchie. He's trying to prove that we did murder. He's the prosecutor, yeah. Lots of crazy stuff. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Okay, witness. Oh yeah, we left off with a witness. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Hosonaga. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. Whoa, I'm the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Oh, is he good? Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, Oh, okay. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. Okay. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. His fan. Perspiring, maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That's it. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. Dude, is he... Oh. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Is that what he sounds like? I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant Naruhodo. Penalized. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, waiter, standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. Dude. Okay, yes, without question. Is he good, though? I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Okay. No. There was no one else standing around that table, but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Wait, what did he just say? Wait, he said there were, like, 2 other tables. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Oh, I don't know. Should I interject? Maybe I'll wait and see. Maybe that's something... Yeah, I'll wait and see. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Ryunosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you? I suppose I am. I'd never have gotten into Yume University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. Okay. Good to know. Okay. This is tutorial level. Don't worry, guys. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. If it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all. But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. Oh, he's totally guilty. He did the glasses. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. What is his deal? I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Okay. Please have a look if you'd like. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Totally guilty. Are you kidding me? What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh yeah, totally guilty. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Yes. Okay. Okay, sir. He's still coughing. So, the court has now heard a precise of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we're looking at a black and white case here. Not really. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. Yeah, except I didn't do it. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence for sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? No. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Okay, innocent until proven guilty, right? As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? No, best friend. If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? Oh, no. You're right. The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Whoa. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Whoa, then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Whoa. Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchi, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silent forever. Oh, the prosecution calls its next witnesses. Very well, officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Who could it be? Oh, it's those guys. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Dang! Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant, Iyesa Nosa? Iyesa Nosa. Reporting for duty, sir. Oh my god, he's so thin. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Kyuryo Korekuta, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier, what an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Yeah. Maybe, myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. I can't understand a word. Yeah, I'm like stumbling over reading it. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. Yeah, was that? So this is I thought that was just me. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by ready to report, sir. Like, is that a baby? Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon? Witness testimony. He's like, just, why is he shaking? Okay, what the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions. It's totally a baby. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. From the back? That's not right. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Okay, well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. Can I do it now? No, I can't. I can only examine it. Okay. What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. Oh, did he just have a knife? But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it, so I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Oh... Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now! Ah, okay. As we have heard, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial. What in the name of the Imperial is the meaning of this outburst? You're just like, ooh. I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How did he know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination? The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. And handsome. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now, let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Alright then, it's all or nothing. Okay, go. Cross-examination. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting. Okay, wait. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, he was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. Okay, that's fine. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This one.
Yes.
He's so cute. Okay. And just silence. From the judge too. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache? Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. Just do it. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. No, wait. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require any explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Cosmo, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. Yeah, fucker. Sergeant Iesenosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Affirmative. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes. That just can't be. And why not? Because you shot in the front. Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Oh, Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? What is that? What? What is... That was actually kind of creepy. Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Yeah, thank you, Judge. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Oh, those bands? Those bands is like a baby thing. You know, he's carrying a baby. Yes, sir, at this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. Okay. The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesenosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Oh. Inconsistency seer awarded. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. Oh, the baby. That university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. No, I wasn't. I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? No, he was too focused on his pot. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Indeed, the Hoei era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute, in the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoei treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more, it simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen. Around under the table, I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Gunshot. Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only for finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Nothing could distract me, okay? Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. Oh, I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoei Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. He looks so guilty there too. As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Holy, wow, that's fast. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive, no matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. I don't even know what that means. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Ugh. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegations. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency? Yes, sir. At once, sir. Oh, so cute. There's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder. I think... Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up to the ranks, sir. Name, Idol. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Idol. Tension. Your father is about to quell the enemy. So cute. Oh, he can't afford a nanny, so he's actually a seller and not a buyer. So that's where the other guy is also being not truthful. Okay guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks so much again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.